Hey guys, Mariana Trench Productions here, and today is a great day. Well, for three reasons, I guess, probably more. But today is the day that my original channel got 23k subs, which is great, and it's also the day that the first actual unboxing and review aired on this channel, which is Shellington and the Frogfish. You can see Shellington back here. And third, because we are unboxing, yes, another unboxing of Tweak, the Gup V and Tweak. You can't even see the name, it's so crowded here. And I have a couple other things that came along with this, which I will not hint at all that I will be unboxing, or rather unpackaging, coming soon. So that's quite nice. And it is extremely crowded here. I brought lots of stuff to compare and show you guys with the Gup V and all the different bits. See, Tunip's already fainted due to how busy it is here. I don't even remember why I brought half the stuff here, but I think I'll just decrowd it a bit and I'll be right back. Okay, I've kept a few other things like little gups and stuff, but I'll bring the other stuff as we get through the unboxing and review. Now, I have a few points just I want to say before I start getting into the box. This is the penultimate Gup in my collection, excluding Gup Speeders. The only other Gup I don't have is the RC, or Remote Control Gup B. I have the RC Gup A and the Gup K, and I have all of these other Gups. So yeah, I have all the Gups now, except for that RC Gup V, and even then, that's just sort of a side Gup. This is an actual Gup, if you know what I mean. And just looking at it right here in front of me, it is a lot bigger than I expected it, which is always a plus. And this is also the penultimate Tweak I'm getting, excluding the glow pack. I don't have the Tweak and from the the Great Swamp Adventure playset. And so yeah, I've got all the other Tweaks here, which we will compare this Tweak to. And I will say though, Tweak is my least favorite Octonaut, although I still do love her. I think she is great. I of course prefer, Shellington, Quasi, Peso, Dashi, Captain, of course. Shellington's my favourite, and then I sort of say, well, Quasi, but then it all gets a bit blurry there, but Tweak is sort of towards the bottom. And unfortunately though, in this packaging, there is Chinese writing here, and here. They've covered it up with tape, and it's also on the back and the side. So that's annoying. I prefer it when it's just the whole English thing, but you can't get too picky, it's no one's fault. Let's get into the packaging then. Got the Octonauts here, a little orange sort of banner thing, the different features it shows, Barnacles, Quasi, Peso, and then Gup V and Tweak, and also in Chinese, 3+, glow in the dark, bomber worms, and flares. And you can see it comes with the Gup V, the 2 flares, Tweak, and the bomber worm. Now, I did bring this packaging, which I still have, I don't know how, but it is the same sort of style, with Barnacles, Quasi, Peso on the bottom left, and then sort of purple glow in the dark theme. And the sides also, it's pretty much exactly the same layout. And this, yeah, it says 2017 underneath, and I also checked to this. It says 2017 too. Now, I'm wondering, I'm pretty sure the Gup V was released before 2017, so I'm guessing the dates on the individual items will be earlier than that. However, I could be wrong. I guess we'll find out. Moving on to the side, it just shows Gup V and the different things with the flares attached. Fish price. And on the top just has these arrows and these little things. Octonauts in Chinese, that says something along the lines of small column under the sea, in no particular order. And then you can read the little description they give, which is always nice. And it's got the same stuff had on the front, launch the flares. Not intended for water play. I've seen this on quite a lot of boxes. I originally thought that most of the sets were intended for water play, but I guess maybe that was just the first few Gups, but they don't want it here. I guess maybe it's because of the glow in the dark feature. I do want to say, actually, it says bomber worm and flares. I think it would have been really cool if the Gup V itself glowed in the dark. Yeah, that would have been really nice. Or even Tweak. Well, I'm fine with Tweak not glowing because they made Barnacles glow in the dark, and, well, they made a Shellington colour changer, so I'm fine with that. But it would have been really cool if the Gup V did glow. And then, warning, do not aim at eyes or face. Does that mean Tweak's eyes or face? Who knows? No, it doesn't, but only use projectiles supplied with this toy. I did bring out the other similar sort of flare style stuff, which sort of have that shape which you can put in, and I don't think, I sort of tried putting them in here. They don't really work, which you wouldn't really expect them to, but the back here, it's sort of open, so, but you can put them in there. I'll show that one in this unbox. But also, I do want to say while it's here, I hate that sort of cardboard at the back. I wish they had just put like a blue background like it is here. Will not intensify the glowing feature. It does, to be honest. I've tried it. It does intensify the glowing feature. I know what bad it does, but I mean, I don't really use the dark features that much, so I doubt it does too much damage. But we will be doing that to make it look the best that it can be. And of course it shows the GUP X, U, and H, all of which I said I have, and I will be reviewing at some point during my time on YouTube. Fisher-Price Silvergate, Miyomai, or Miyomi as they like to call it. Warning, small parts, Silvergate, yeah, I said Silvergate, but Silvergate doesn't actually exist anymore. It's part of Sony Kids, so yeah, that's interesting. A few more bomber worms here. I don't know why it's light blue like the Sunlight Zone, but I guess they wanted to make it look appealing. It's light blue here as well. This version of the GUP V, it looks nothing like the one from the show, and I have, however, seen Miyomai art, Miyomi, I'm going to call it Miyomai, Miyomai art, which has this very same GUP V with a launching thing. It's sort of hard to find online, but there are these like sort of, there's a crack there, that's annoying, there are these sort of above and beyond GUP cards, and they have all the GUPs, or most of them, and the GUP V on the art, there's Miyomai art, which has this, and if you don't know what I mean, you can ask Quasi Cat Customs or Quasi Cat Collections, because she's got that card pack, and in there there's that image of the GUP V, and it looks a lot like this. And so, well, yeah, we know that in the show it was red like this, and what is it gone? It's hiding here. The GUP Speeder as well. It's made red. I don't know why they chose green. I guess maybe they want to change from the GUP Speeder. When was this GUP Speeder made? Sort of hard to see. 2014. And yeah, this was years after according to the box, but we'll see when we get into it. In the books there is also sort of a white version of the GUP V with the Vegmals in when they explore the Great Big Ocean. Now, I find the green version alright, but I think they already do quite a bit of green stuff. They've got the green and orange medical buggy. I showed the packaging, and I brought the GUP T along, which is sort of similar with this section. But I do want to say that above and beyond copy of the GUP V is the TerraGUP 5, in my opinion, and making this green as well makes it a lot more similar. Yeah, I wish they had probably made more carriages of the GUP V and, you know, sold them separately, sort of like how that repair station vehicle thing is, where they have 3 of them separately, and there was a big pack of all of them, but you could sort of connect them up. I think that would have been really cool if we could get more carriages of the GUP V, sort of like how this turned out, just in a bigger scale. I'm guessing the GUP V is based on a bomber worm, because, well, it comes with a bomber worm, and if you look, most of the other sets, well, only this one actually, includes the creature that the GUP is, so the frogfish with the GUP U, because the GUP U is based on a frogfish. Other examples, well, there is the GUP A, the GUP B, the GUP C, that was a whale, the GUP D came with a crab, and a manta ray, which were both versions. The GUP O came with an orca, GUP P with parrotfish, GUP R with sailfish, and so on. I won't list anymore. GUP T with sea pig as well. So you can see they did that a lot, so I'm guessing the GUP V is based on a bomber worm, which we don't have any official confirmation for, but I think it could definitely work, and it makes sense with the flares included as well, and based on that Miyomai art of the GUP V's image with the Vegmals. I will be testing the glow-in-the-dark features, as I said, at the end, and I did bring other stuff which glows in the dark to go alongside it. I will probably end up doing a special video for glow-in-the-dark items where I put them all together and show them, but I just did bring a couple just to show you guys. As we will be doing in every unboxing video, we will be using sharp, dangerous scissors, definitely something that's not in a made for kids video. Snip. It's not snipping. The GUP V is coming out. First thing is out. Let's just regather everything. Tweak, GUP V, flares, and the bomber worm itself. Now, just feeling these and looking at these, this set already looks amazing. I honestly don't know what to review first, but let's start with smallest and build our way up. Tweak can just sit at the back with the flares, and let's start with our good friend, the bomber worm. He's got that bomber worm face, and the flares don't go around all the way, so he's only got 4, and made in China, and he's got these little fluffy sort of tails, and the actual tail, and he's got the 2 antenna sort of bits, which were transferred over to the GUP V here. Tweak just fell. But yeah, I don't know, I'll talk a bit more about the GUP V and those flare bits in a second. But yeah, can't say much else about him. He is green. The only 2 closest things we've gotten is, well, this other bomber worm that came with GUP Q. I think it's a bomber worm. It looks very orangey on camera right now, but it's sort of a, I guess, coral orangey. I don't know why it's looking so orange on the camera now, but it is similar. That came with the GUP Q, I don't remember if I mentioned that. And this came with the Shellington on the Go pod set. and yeah, purple, it's a Remipede though, not a bomber worm. So we've got those three. I did bring some other green creatures to compare the colour to. Let me just have a quick scan. Those look fairly similar, although perhaps not the same. These two look almost identical in colour. Now I just do this to show you and let you guys know in case you have any of these and wondering how the colour looks. So the bomber worm is now reviewed. Put him back. Move on to Tweak, the Octonaut engineer herself. Now the purple is looking great. In terms of the joints, the head is sort of loose when you push it, but it sort of clicks in a bit, which is a shame it's loose. The arms are also a bit loose, and the legs are fairly stiff, which is nice. Now let's take a guess what year it says on the back. Now it should be the same as the other, or the original Deep Sea suit Tweak they made. This came with the Octomax suit. It's exactly the same, just different colour. The body's purple and the legs are grey, but they do both have this yellow light, and everything is the same. Let's see the dates. Both read, yes, 2013. In terms of other tweaks, we do have a few. Well, all of them, minus one. And I think that is all of the tweaks here. Can't really compare them, though she hasn't really gotten any purple before. So all of them can move to the side now. Just thought I'd bring them out to show you guys. And I did bring out all the other purple Octonauts that we've gotten. Quasi from the Flying Fish Gup B, Dashi from the Gup O. Sometimes it's really hard to make these guys stand. And Shellington from the Swell Shark. The purple does look different actually to all of them. These all three look very similar, but this purple seems sort of lighter. You can tell on camera quite clearly actually. It's sort of more, it's got a hint of pink, I'd say. It is fairly similar to the Remipede, although the Remipede's kind of in the middle. I did bring out some other purple creatures. Yeah, there's Gruber as well. Might as well bring him. None of them sort of really match perfectly, but it's nice to have purple. We don't get much purple. I know I've brought the entire purple squad here, but we can move them out. We'll keep Gruber for a little later when we talk about the Gup V and the Vegemals. What I find great is that we've sort of got quite a few colours of Octonauts in different deep sea suits. We've got an orange Peso, a green Barnacles, a blue Shellington, and a purple Tweak. They all look great together. Now, you're wondering why I chose an orange Peso and why not an orange Quasi, because we've got all the other Octonauts here, just not a Quasi. Well, that's because they made a red Quasi with the Volcano Rescue, and that can join this if I ever get the set, and we'll have a, 5 different colours in deep sea suits. But Peso, they only made him in an orange suit, so can't really have him in any other colour. But yeah, it looks quite nice when you've got all of them here. The Barnacles and Peso are all one colour though. Barnacles doesn't even include the light. Neither does the Shellington one though. But yeah, these two are pretty similar though in terms of the colouring, with grey at the bottom and purple for the rest. And this is a colour changer, of course, which I showed in the review, which I said was airing today, although that's not relevant because you'll see this video months afterwards. So we still got the scissors here. I believe that's it for Tweak. She can step off to the side here. In fact, we want the new Tweak in, and we can put the deep sea suit one to the side. Let's quickly look at the flares. Quite sturdy and thick, and it's sort of nice to hold, if you know what I mean. Yeah, in terms of the other ones, they are the same sort of style, but they're still different. I brought out the two from the Gup M, the blue one from the Gup K, and these two from the Gup Chi, and the last one from the Slime Gup X. And of course there are the shooters that shoot them. I'm wondering if this will work. Oh yeah, straight away it doesn't. Yeah, these are actually a lot bigger than, yeah, it doesn't fit at all inside. A lot bigger than these, which is interesting. I thought they would have tried to keep them the same. But yeah, oh yeah, I did bring, here it is, this one as well, which is the same from the Peso and the Giant Comb Jelly. But yeah, these are definitely not compatible, as it says on the back of the box. Do not use with other flares. Well, that's because it doesn't work. And I tried, and you can't really it doesn't work. So we can move these out of the way now that you've seen them, and we will be seeing how well the shooting works. And I may move the camera. That's already looking quite nice actually. And yeah, so the Gup V itself, the green here, the flares do look slightly different. I believe that's because they are glow in the dark, and that's the same case with the bomber worms. Although the green does look different on the bomber worms to the flares. I wonder if they glow orange, because I only found out recently that the green stuff tends to glow, the orange stuff tends to glow green, which is weird. I know that happens with the glow pack. I didn't really understand it, but I've seen it with this barnacles, he glows green, which is strange. But all the others all glow green as well, except the blobfish, which is pink, I think. I actually forgot, I did bring in my treasure chest of starfish that I put together, this, which came with the Pacer and the Medical Buggy, glow-in-the-dark starfish. I think this one was actually the one that glowed green. Maybe, I think the barnacles one does too. Anyways, the Gup V. Now, first of all, I'm going to say you can detach them, which is quite nice. It's just sort of a pin that you can push it, I guess, if enough force, but it just sort of clips downwards. Let's look at the front half, and then we'll move to the back half. So yeah, orange face, eyes, I'm fine with that. Sort of got a little scuff mark there. It's unfortunate. These are very rubbery and sort of loose. You can turn them. I don't want to mess with them too much because they could easily fall out. I haven't seen any images online where they have fallen out, so hopefully they won't. But the interior, yeah, they've done this sort of design a lot inside with this sort of bar, and then the space. They did it with the Gup U, the Gup T here, and other Gups too. Can't remember off the top of my head. And then they've sort of got this metal panel design. Don't know what the name for it is. Yeah, I really know. But they've used it in the Octopod and the Gup F. And they've got some nice computer little bits printed symmetrically across, which I'm fine with. But yeah, these sort of antennas were actually supposed to, in the show, be the sort of steering rudders or whatever you want to call them. But here, they're actually antennas, just like the bomber worms. So it could easily be based on a bomber worm. I don't know why it's red though. Some people have speculated oarfish, I think. It also, unlike the show, doesn't have the chimney. Yeah, I'll just compare them. And it doesn't have the grill, which is a shame. I like the grill. And in terms of the side sort of boosters, I don't know what to call them, but they're used as the flares on the side. I really can't wait to test out those flares in the shooting. Yeah, this is sort of loose. It's got this thing. Don't know what that is for, but it's there. Sort of just a random thing sticking out. But let's take a guess when this was produced, because this is a new mold. I'm not going to say 2017 like it says on the box. I'll say 2015 maybe. No, 2014. I'll go 2014. Who knows, really? Wow, it says 2016. I'm really surprised. I thought this was made a lot earlier. But as you can tell on the camera, it's got this weird lines or something with the paint just going down, which is weird. Yeah, you can really tell on the camera as well. It's weird. I wonder if it's... Yeah, it's on this one too. It's sort of like patterns or some kind of something wrong with the paint there, which is weird. But yeah, I'm really surprised this was made 2016. I thought it would have been a lot earlier. But yeah, the wheels do roll individually, and thankfully they do roll at all. These things, they're hollow on the inside. I wish they would have extended across, but that's fine. They sort of have these, and they've got T as well, sticking out the side at the bottom. Also on that thing that came with Shellington and the Frogfish, that Octo bucket thing, I forgot to bring it here, but it's the same sort of process. But yeah, and it does roll really nicely, which is great. Now I'll test the flares at the very end. Let's just move into the back half and we will connect it up again. This is completely plain. I wish it could have been transparent or something to look in, but I guess you can sort of look in from the sides as well. It's the exact same with this 3 wheels and the side bits. Don't know what the hell that is, some kind of paint flake. Yeah, there's something there as well. You can see it there. Don't know what that was. And it's got these sort of triangular, well, it's not actually triangular, it's cut off there, but panels. And let's just open up the bay here. Yeah, it doesn't have any sort of anything that sort of holds it and sort of just falls, which is a shame. I wish it sort of clipped in, but there is a little lever here, or handle, so you can open it and close it. And that's really nice detailing, actually. I didn't know this. Let's extend that out the way. Hopefully you can see there's sort of a faint wave and ocean design. You can see it at the bottom, sort of, there you go, you can see on that side in the shadow. It's really nice detailing that they did, which is always nice. And what they, I guess, expected you to do is put the bomber worm in, and it does just about close with him standing up in there. You could, of course, put him down. You could put the other 2 worm things in there, and they work. And you can even smuggle a Vegemite in there if you like. Barrett, why not? That works. I wish it, as I said, had been clipped in like the Gup-Chi has here. You can sort of push it and it won't come off at all. Gup-Chi is so hard to place here. But yeah, and this one sort of stops here, it doesn't go any further downwards. That's what I liked about the Gup-Chi. But I guess they couldn't clip it in. That's fine. Now this thing, I guess it's on a spring or something. It's not at all like this sort of shoot thing is. This is purely, there's no spring, it's just bendiness. This sort of has some kind of spring or coil. It's very similar, I guess identical to the Gup-Chi shoot thing. So I guess the Gup-Chi and V are fairly similar. Here's the speeder. Yeah, you can tell there are definitely differences. This is orange with green and this is green with orange. I did end up bringing that bucket thing from Shellington and the frogfish, which, yeah, looks like they pretty much stole the idea from this or something. Yeah, very similar, the Gup-Chi this and the Gup-V. This one also, just like the first one, rolls around pretty well, and really can't wait to test that out. Now, let's just get the Vegemals out of the way. I thought, why not bring all the Vegemals I've got, because the Vegemals did create the Gup-V themselves. I did bring, as you probably saw, the Optus keys for Codish to ride in, just like he did. Yeah, this is the same style as the inside of there. I will put Tweak in there in a second just to test it out. The green colour is, yeah, pretty much the same on the Gup-V as these. They completely blend in. And, of course, the Terra Gup-5. Now, this Gup-V came in a magazine. Can't really compare too much, but it is accurate to the show. And it does go all the way to the end, which is nice. What if they made a Gup speeder for every single carriage of the Gup-V? That would be great, actually, but yeah. The whole thing does move, and you can sort of turn it as well, which is great. So let's put Tweak in. Yeah, she fits nicely there. You can't really see her face too much while she's in there, but you can turn it, of course, and that's quite nice. You can, of course, put any other Octonaut in there. That works. Even Pacer works, which is nice. To Tweak and other Tweak back there. And let's line up the bomber worms. Now, let's put each flare in the sides. It sort of clicks in, but it's not like a proper click in that you can sort of see. That's fine. Let's shoot. Okay. Wow. Did not see that coming at all. That was horrible. This shooting has brought down my opinion of the item so much. If you compare it to the shooting of the other ones, like the smaller ones, that launches into the sky. This does nothing. You need force to make it go very far. If you just click it, it has no mechanical movement. Am I doing it wrong? Let's switch flares. Turn them around. Yeah, I do not like that at all. I mean, they look fine with them stuck in, but I really thought they'd sort of, shoot out and stuff, which is a shame. And you can also slot up here. It's not a slot really, it's sort of loose and just hangs there. Wish it did more. But this should go further. I'm going to try and catch it. I need to hold the Gup-V steady because it rolls. Wow, that went flying. Let's try that again. I just won't put so much force into it. Hopefully I can catch it this time. Still can catch it. Yeah, so this thing works really well. This thing not so much. I would have preferred if this worked better because, it shoots straight with this. It just launches it straight up into the sky. But I guess it's alright. I'd say that could be the worst feature about this, that it's, its shooting doesn't work as well as I thought it would. I've moved location and turned on the 0.5 camera so you guys can actually see how far these flares travel using the launcher. I'm actually using Tweak to support the camera here. The flares land a bit out of camera view, however you can sort of see the route they take. I also thought I would try using Slime Dart, and it does go further, but it's a little harder to shoot, and it's loose in the launcher. Now, the only way this set could improve is if the glow-in-the-dark feature works extremely well. Hopefully these have charged up enough. You can already see the Gup Q here. glowing quite nicely. Unfortunately, only the bottom really glows. These are the 2 flares. I haven't really put too much glowiness in them. Of course, you can see the other side's not glowing at all. And okay, hopefully you can see them glowing a lot better now. This is barnacles. Of course, they're not still glowing the best. I haven't fully supercharged them. Yeah, a lot of them you can't really see too well. This missile works really well. Yeah, I've got the bomber worm and the flares here. Can't really see anything on them, which is a shame. So I've tried recording this multiple times, but the glow-in-the-dark feature just isn't working that well. Now, in person you can see it working, but once I turn off the lights, the camera cannot pick them up very much at all. So I'm going to try again, and hopefully this time it will work, although I'm not counting on it. Yeah, you can sort of see them for a second, but then they die out instantly. Yeah, no. I don't know why they're not working. Maybe it's the camera, but you can definitely, yeah, you can see the bomb a bit. Sorry, for some reason they're really not working. I'm going to keep trying for a bit. Yeah, there we go. But you can see they're really easily dying out. Yeah, they've completely gone now. So I think I'm going to stop it here because there's no point trying. Okay, so overall pluses and minuses of the set. I think there are a lot of pluses to this. The only major downside is the flares. Look, that didn't even come out properly. Let me push it down really slowly and see if anything happens. Yeah, it sort of just tumbles out, and this thing doesn't clip on properly, which I'm ashamed about, and the paint at the bottom is really weird. But I will end on positives. Other than that, the purple tweak is amazing. The bomber worm with all the details, the flares from the bomber worm episode in season 4 is all great. These flares themselves are pretty cool, and the gut V, the way it rolls and you can separate it, even the tank and the launcher, I think is great. And would I recommend you to get this set? Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is a great set. It's bigger than I thought it would be when it came. Please let me know in the comments below if you have this set or intend to get it, or if you really like it. Just tell me anything about Octonauts, the Fisher-Price items. I love discussing this, but I will have to, put stuff on the screen to stop Made for Kids coming after this video, so you can actually comment below. Please make sure to like and subscribe as well, and watch out for future videos. As I said, I will not be giving any hints at all on the 2 next videos that I'm going to be doing, so you'll just have to watch out for them. Please tell me how I can improve as well if I spend too long on the packaging unboxing, but there will not be many unboxings. As I said, I can only unbox 10 more items. That's even if I get them, and new as well. Sometimes you have to get used. So I am grateful that I managed to do this unboxing, and hopefully it's alright that I spent this amount of time on the unboxing and the review. And just showing on the box here, the tank is sort of opaque, whereas here it's completely transparent, which is a difference. Can't see much other differences, but this as well is sort of a dark gunmetal grey, or this is a light grey, similar to this and stuff. But I think that will definitely be it. I will actually, before I go quickly, give a rating of this product. Now, based on the previous products, the Gup-E, the Shellington, and the Frogfish, this is definitely better than both of them. I do like the Minset and, of course, the Octobot Rescue, but just to have a Gup, again, is great. I know I can only get one more Gup, the others are just figure packs and stuff like that. But I would give this set, maybe, I'll be generous, give it an 8 out of 10. Most of the sets will be 8 or 9 out of 10, 7 even. I rarely go below 5, I haven't really figured out my ranking system. But yeah, it definitely has some great features, and it is accurate to the Miyomai art of the Gup-V. Well, one of the arts work that they did, which is always nice. At least it's not a random idea. I just really wish they had done the Gup-J and L in this sort of big Gup style instead of just Gup speeders. And I'd wish they had done the Gup-W speeder, because they made a big version but not a speeder. Honestly though, I think bigger Gups are better than speeders, just because, you get more. I really wish they had done a Gup-J and L like that. But that's over, and we'll never ever get them again, because Fisher-Price discontinued this 7 years ago now, which is a shame. But I'm still reviewing them because you can still get a few of them, and yeah, please just let me know in the comments which is your favorite set, if you have any, which ones, and just get comments going down below. And I think I'll see you next time reviewing and potentially unboxing or unpacking some more sets. Thank you very much for watching, and Mariana Trench Creations. I might have said productions at the beginning of this video. It's sort of confusing because I've got 2 production channels and this new channel is Creations, which, yeah, I still haven't worked out the name properly yet. But Mariana Trench Creations signing out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.